Oh, oh, hello, my sweet. So won't you come with me? There's oh so much to show in this grimdark distillery. So if you like bullshit or want some hobby tips, this nightmare priest nigh unbinary hell world magnificent welcomes you. Hello, my sweets. Hi, Mowgli. Hi, Possum. How are you all? I'm feeling pretty good. Let's do the damn thing. Spent this morning getting the studio finished being set up. Still sick. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mowgli. Ow! I knocked all my stickers off. I'm still cleaning. Forever cleaning. Alright. This is fun. I'll show you guys this. So I need to be able to store my Turbo Dork bottles. These guys. Tummy going crazy right now. No, not your possum tummy. No. So yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Want food. I don't typically get hungry until like 10. That's when I usually have my cereal. Yeah. So, Turbo Dork. They got big old bottles now. They used to have little bottles. For those of you who don't know, they used to look like these. Wait, oh, aha. I can show the same. All that glitters is not gold, but this is. Yeah, so Turbo Dork switched from these smaller paints to these bigger bottles. So I've got to figure out a way to store them in a way that is even remotely like helpful. I tend to like kind of just put things in a stack, but my other ones I have printed out essentially something like this to hold the smaller bottles until those are used. But we are currently in the process. Greeblin is anyway, sorry. Greeblin is in the process of printing out a holder, which isn't that fun. It's a nice peach little color. I like it. I think it's fun. And I've got a bunch of PETG that we talked about the other day that I need to use as opposed to just using it to print out things that it's not really best for. This actually was designed with PETG in mind because it is more sturdy than PLA. So, should have those picked up soon, which means that we will have the spray booth, the painting area, in a much better state in the near future. I'm excited about that. Y'all know what time it is, though. Bum, 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 bum. Time to do some green stuffing, babies. Yeah, it's looking real good down here. We got a tower, so, you know, babies can come and hang out and watch me work and not have to scream at me and be in my space. Kelly is a little frustrated that the princess chair in the studio has been claimed by the princess, little toffee tiger princess, even though she has a little pink couch in the very center because it's her stream. This is Margot's channel. I just kind of run it. I just work here, man. The Monster and Protein Bar punched me in the gut. Blah, 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 blah. Just Donnie in you. We watched The King last night. I enjoyed it. If you're looking for a very, I don't know if I'd say gritty. It just seems very. I would say it's grimdark, accurate, looking, feeling. Piece about some medieval bullshit. Bunch of kings fighting for no reason. I would recommend it. It definitely looks like that's not the movie you were supposed to watch. I know, Possum. I'm sorry. Yesterday we were just not in the mood, in the vibe for the Junkhead. I know I do need to watch it though. I'm sorry. We are going to watch it. It's on the list. Kelly and I, we told you we would watch it, my sweet possum. We will watch it, I promise. We were supposed to play 1490 yesterday, but we did not. We were just both kind of feeling bleh. So, Kelly was sick yesterday. I don't know if I ever gave that. What is the Junkhead vibe? Not almost asleep. I think that's, or so yeah, like I can say that the vibe that we need to be in to watch Junkhead is not very sleepy, because I do want to watch it. Same thing with like come and see. I try to make sure that I'm in a good like. Wait, till this afternoon and hound Kelly for Eli not watching it. I mean, I can't stress enough. I'm not saying. Also, Possum, I'm just gonna let you know right now. Kelly is a little offended that you think it is too early to put up Christmas trees. I believe her exact words were, "Well, tell Possum he doesn't need to be yucking my yum. I thought this was a safe, inclusive place." And I was just like, I mean, that you're not wrong. So there's that. She's not really angry, but she did get angry for a little bit. Don't let that seem like it is. I agree. It should only be put up after Thanksgiving. You all are crazy. Sorry. I don't even understand. There are 2 Christmas trees up in my house right now. There's one right over there. Neither of them are decorated yet because we need to get the light situation fixed for the one upstairs. Piss the bed, baby. Son of a bitch. And then its tail comes off. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Well, that was an easy fix. We're gonna go ahead and pull that out just a little bit so some of the super glue goes inside there. There we go. That tail looks good. I'm happy with that tail. This is not a Kelly problem, it's a me problem. I'm just retail jaded and the joy of holidays have been removed. I can't stress enough. Kelly and I both get that. Hey man. Also got into it with someone about whether or not turkey was good. I mean, I like turkey. It's not like, oh man, I can't wait to eat some turkey, because you can eat turkey any time of the year. What I like, Roz, Thanksgiving is fantastic. Shut your face. So yeah, I enjoy Thanksgiving food. I'm a little monster, little chaotic, godless heathen. So holidays I don't really celebrate holidays for like most holidays are for. We kind of have our own reasons for celebrating them. But Christmas is a very special time in our house because it's when we put the trees out, and the babies love the trees. Like when we got the boxes out, like before we even got the boxes out, we started moving the furniture and stuff, and you could already tell they were like, oh fuck, is it Crimbus? Is it Crimbus now? Which that's another thing. We also refer to it as Crimbus in this house. As you all can probably find it pretty easy to believe, we have gotten a few really good pictures of Margot over the years underneath the Christmas tree, being an absolute little crazy person. So of course, one of the ornaments that we have is Margot, like full on, that just looks real crazy underneath the Christmas tree, and it says Merry Crimbus. It was one of those things that during COVID we were like, man, what else do we need to put Margot on? An ornament was one of them. Well, if it isn't the spirit of Crimbus, come to see me early. That's what Margot said when we put the trees up. Something along those lines. I might be, paraphrasing and editing just for, I don't want to get canceled. There were a lot of unneeded explicitives. She said a lot of inappropriate words to just express how excited she was about Crimbus. Girl loves Crimbus. So does Theo. Theo loves Crimbus the most. Oliver's still working on learning what Crimbus is all about. He's a bit... Oh, also, yeah, Kelly said, you know what, Possum? I think they have a word for people like you, and I don't like to use it. A Scrooge. But yeah, no, so Kelly and I both used to work retail, so I cannot stress enough, I 100% understand, and I think we both really started to love Christmas after we stopped working in retail, and we actually had like each other and the babies, so it was just a time to like kind of just appreciate each other. That's it. Someone just called me the Grinch the other day. Like, is that a typo? Like, it's supposed to be the Grinch, but they called you the Grinch, like with a C? Because I love that. He's the Grinch. That's like a fuck. What's the thing that gets inside of you through hair and then it grows out through your eyes? The Grink. Yeah, I met the love of my life working retail. Oh, that's nice, Mowgli. No, I like that. Yeah, that's. See, there's good things. Good things come in all kinds of packages, guys. But if you put oyster sauce in stuffing, we're gonna have a fucking problem. Not only could that just straight up kill some people if you don't tell them, oh hey, I put shellfish in the bread. I put shellfish in the bread like a serial killer. It also could lead to someone, like me as an example, who one of my favorite foods on this planet is stuffing. I don't know. I just like it. It's good. But man, I can't stress. There are a few things that, like from a thoughts on egg. Oh, fuck. I fucks with eggnog. This is an eggnog house, BP. If I wasn't all about that eagle life these days, Mowgli, I would already be drinking eggnog. I might be having eggnog right now for breakfast. Which, hot damn. Talk about some crazy shit. It's not really crazy shit. It's more just man, that was disappointing. Kelly and I made our I don't fucks with that. So I don't really do Fireball. Like most people who say that phrase, who utter that word, that phrase, I don't really mess with Fireball. It's because at one point in time I did, and I fucked around and found out. And I've not had it since. I mean, it's been like at least 7-8 years. But yeah, no, bourbon. We're more of a bourbon and eggnog family. Same thing with White Russians. Like White Russians, I try to have one every year in the winter. My buddy Ed liked them a lot and introduced me to the concept of almost like a little role play experience where it's just like, man, we're gonna have a drink and just vibe. But the vibe was always something along the lines of, the theme is Russian winter. Like, so it's just, you're just drinking White Russians and just being really cold and hungry. And let's see, what was the other one? There was Russian winter and hunting Moby Dick. That was the other, the two pretty much like theme prompts that we used to have White Russians with were preparing for Russian winter because it's coming. And then the other one was hunting the great white beast, Moby Dick. Yeah. So that's just a little fun little thing that I try to remember to do, just kind of like as a for the homies kind of thing. But yeah. For the homies. We're gonna play some 1490 tonight. Yeah, that's it. 1490 Doom. Yeah. Kelly and I are gonna throw down on the, I've been saying the embiggened, but I'll just say the upscaled, the larger 1490 castle that I printed. I've got almost all of it's painted, but the thing that I really didn't factor in was when you make it bigger, all the pieces, you don't have as much room to build on the board. So it's just like I gotta mess around with that and figure out exactly what kind of little layout we can do, what kind we need to do. I usually drink a Moscow Mule. Hell yeah. You don't like Nog, Possum? You don't like Nog? Well, I'll tell you this. That was the long rant. The long rant was one time we tried to make eggnog. We tried to make our own eggnog, like homemade eggnog. Ooh. Ooh. The texture of the eggnog was upsetting. I can describe it, but I don't want to put that bad mojo out to anybody, especially if they're at work right now. So, you know, it was not good though. It was very upsetting, and we drank more of it than I would have liked to. because I'm a man of principles, and I'm like, we made the eggnog, I'm gonna drink it. I don't care how upsetting it is. Hoo boy separates though a little bit. It becomes very granule, and that's not, granule is not how I like my beverages typically. Also, as you'll see, I have not pre-drunk my coffee today, so no pre-gaming today. One other thing I haven't shown yet. I'll show that before we get to it, because these are fun. I kind of like it. So I showed you all the little display brushes, or little display brush that I got. Well, I ended up ordering some, like 3 more. So now I have 4 of them because there are 4 different little attachments. So I guess we can go ahead and do that thing real quick. Let's change this bad boy out and put a different size brush in there. Here's the spring. Let's grab, actually shit, let's just do all of them. Get it over with. Rip the band-aid off, baby. But yeah, I went with 2 red, 2 black. See, that's the fun thing. Display, we need to be friends. We have the same color scheme. We don't have to do anything different. We just get to be each other and be friends. You like to make things, and I like the things you make. And then I make things. This is a 5. So, we'll just do a little demo of how you change out these sums. Now, hold on. This is just crazy. Oh, I think it's in there. Okay. Well, we got to pop that guy off. Which is scary, because I think also this goes in the back, perhaps, perchance. We'll figure it out. I hate that. I really, really don't like feeding any of the brushes into really small areas. So holiday drink of choice is peppermint hot chocolate. Oh, okay, possum. Well, yeah, if I've got a choice, if it's a choice, not like, oh, it's tradition, that green. Really? I'm a red and white peppermint kind of guy, but hey, 5. So, yep, this is a 5, that's a 5. Bam. So then, this is the 5s, right? Yep. Okay, and I realize that this is not the most important thing to do right now, especially because I just made a whole bunch of green stuff. But I was just thinking, hey, I could at least show how this thing's done. I could show how we do the damn thing. This is a 4. Yeah, it does not go in there with the little cover. Oh, I hate that. I just feel like I'm gonna fuck up the brushes, the bristles every time I feed it in there, but truth be told, it looks like it's kind of engineered with that in mind. So, coffee, hot chocolate powder, vodka. I don't think I've ever had alcoholic hot chocolate. I don't think. That's a 2, right? One, 2, 3. I have absolutely no idea what size brush that is. But we'll put the little cap on. Make sure it's nice and tight so we don't accidentally get anything on it. This is a 2. Yeah, look at that. Black and red, baby. And then we've got it set to 2. So 2, 5, 0. This is 3. Look at all these fun little pieces of plastic we've got now. Those are going to get used for something. Well, when you got a whole bunch of trash, why not make something out of that trash? Today's going pretty quick. Thank you all. Oh, no problem. I love you even if you don't like Thanksgiving, like some possums. I don't want to shame possum for not liking Thanksgiving. But, be that as it may, I understand the... Hey, there we go, 3. Bam. Now all these little brushes are all riled up and whatnot. And that was a good little time step away from what we were supposed to be doing, but it's fine. Wait, did you guys see the pumpkin pie ramen noodles? Roman noodles? I don't want pumpkin pie ramen. That's very upsetting. What's your favorite kind of ramen flavor? Favorite ramen flavor, go. Tell me the name of your favorite ramen flavor. Unless you don't like ramen, and then just say that. Yeah. Black and red, display. Let's be friends. Shrimp? Scrimp. It's hard having correct opinions. Man, it's hard just being so right and everyone else is wrong around me all the time. I get it. Or beef occasionally. All I ate as a kid was chicken and it got old. Fuck, I need that. 30K is dripless. Thanksgiving sucks. And eggnog belongs in the trash. Can you explain the first one there? So 30K is dripless? Like, what do you mean? What is, I don't fully get that, but I want to. Because I see that the rest of that is a hot take. So mine's beef. Beef's always been my favorite ramen. You know what's wild? If you take a piece of cheese, and this is it lacks swag. Oh, I will say, not my 30K possum. I'll show you some swag, 30K baby. We gotta get there though. And see, that's why I can't be building Muppets. Don't, Eli. No, cheese and ramen. I did. I have done the dark thing, and I have put a slice of fucking, what is that cheese? Kraft. The Kraft singles, baby. I've put a Kraft singles in a thing of chicken ramen. And I did that for a while. And I'm not proud of it. But I am owning up to it. That's how you like your ramen. Do you, boo? I don't do that anymore, though. Oh, right. Well, on that note, and in the beef, oh, definitely not. No. I mean, I probably have once before, but I did not like it. It was probably the last time I put cheese in my ramen. Yeah, that wasn't my idea. I was just trying to be like, oh, hey, someone recommended it, and I said, well, I value your opinion, so I'll see what all this is about. And it was good. It was not something that I'm like, yep, I want to do that again, though. Hey. I used to eat hot dogs and corn dogs with ranch. That is different, but that is also good. Ramen, toss the flavor packet and make your own stir-fry type deal with brown sugar, butter, and soy sauce. Toss the cooked noodles in there with some corn, scrambled egg, and you're good to go. Possum, that sounds fucking rad as hell. You're over here getting fancy with it. Yeah, I did, oh, shit. You don't ever eat Trash Man ramen? Like, I can't stress enough, like, whenever I went to work one day and I told my buddy Garth, I was like, yeah, Kelly's making fancy ramen tonight. And he was like, what is this fancy ramen? And I was like, oh, it's pretty much just like, you know, legit ramen, like, made with stock and stuff, not just the seasoning packet with little things added and whatnot. And he was just like, oh, that's just regular ramen. And I was just like, you know what? I feel like I need to differentiate between what some people call regular ramen and what other people do, because like most people refer to ramen, they just mean like, yeah, you open the microwave, you put the bowl with some water in there, you put the cube in, 3 minutes on, you know, just microwave, throw the seasoning in, bada bing, bada boom, baby, you're in ramen town. And that's not what we were doing. There's a lot more work. So I feel like it needs to be referred to as fancy ramen. Makes me feel fancy. I realize that a lot of people, that's just ramen, and the other thing is just a blasphemy, kind of like making a quesadilla in the microwave. I'm a trash board, baby. You all know this. Always have been. And yeah, I'm down with microwave quesadillas. Wow, I was just thinking, man, shit, ever had ramen chips? Okay, so ramen chips, is that like merchant pack crushed like chip stock? Yes. Yeah, Kelly does that. So Kelly's the first person that I've ever met that likes likes that. But after like I watched that happen a couple times, I was just like, Nuke Deal has been many a meal. Yeah, man. I mean, so sometimes you just gotta have a slightly floppy quesadilla. Like it's not great, but at the time it can be exactly what you need. Quesadilla on the griddle portion of the stove, new nachos like Step Brothers. Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm here for it. You all get it. You all are my people. You understand what I do and why. Why someone would want a microwave quesadilla. Maybe not Possum. Possum is ironically higher class than us. He refuses to eat the fancy foods of the trash people. If I do, it's the creamy chicken one. Man, I haven't had that. I've pretty much only eaten. I'm a poverty goblin. I've lived my life this way. Oh, same Ross. Like, if I did not have Kelly to like fix food, I would eat like a garbage person all the time because it's just like, well, I'm a trash. What do I have? But yeah, Kelly legitimately enjoys cooking, so that's good. That's good for me. That way I don't eat literal garbage all the time. Sometimes I do. Sometimes when she's not home, I sneak some just trash in. I'm just like, nom, 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 trash. That's not true. I do it while she's home too. I'm just like, nom, 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 nom. She's like, quit eating trash. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about everything. I can say now, the big news was I'm a member of Team 28. Yay! I did it. I'm really excited. I think it's a very good step in the direction of what I really want to do. We have the same. That group has the exact same kind of goals that I do, so I feel like working together is just a logical choice. I just don't eat. My girl has to remind me I haven't eaten. Yeah, no, same. Hi. I think that's a little waving hand. I like that. My elevated patrician tastes. Yeah, it's just you're on that the patriarch, Gene Stealer patriarch. You're just like, no. I'll eat the food when it's ready. Okay, so a couple of these arms we're gonna have to do a little bit of cutting away because I made them a little bit thicker and beefier. Excuse me, Mr. Eli. Oh, what does that mean? What are you doing with Team 28? So that's a good question. One that I'm also not too sure about currently. I know, so there was some talk about like almost like a staff writing. Like I know, I want to say Christopher. There's been a couple people that wrote articles who were part of the team. So I'm right now I'm working on some articles, as well as also I guess just like helping go through what is going to be in there. I'm not fully sure the full extent. I obviously would love to have the distillery, everything that I'm doing with streaming and video content, to be a part of it, but I don't think we really talked about that yet. But I just realized that was you holding your hand up. You're so cute, Possum. I love you guys. You're all so great. Yeah. No. So I'm really excited. I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. Feels right. It just feels right. Yeah. That's exciting. Flameo hot man. Flameo hot man. No, I'm really, really excited. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me and keeping me company while I do all this, because Lord knows I don't think I would have had the mental fortitude to do any of this stuff on my own. I really appreciate it. It's very easy to sometimes get in your own head and kind of put yourself down. So I think my overall vibe, according to Kelly especially, over the past like month or so, as this has gotten more and more close to fruition has really been night and day from where I was before. While we were putting up the tree, which I know is very early, according to some. Like, it was really wild because it's just like I am at a completely different place in my life, mentally, than I was when I think about Christmas. Like, the first one that really kind of comes to mind is like right before my company was like acquired by the big old corporate monster, and it was just like a time of the year that was really one of my favorites. Became super stressful, and I feel like every Christmas since, it's just been kind of like it kind of puts me in a funk, and I'm just thinking about that. But like for the first time, it's just like being able to really appreciate my time, and my little family. It just feels really good. Dang, I hope this year makes a change. I hope so. I'm really, really optimistic. I already feel so much better just in general. Just so much happier. Just needed to make a lot of changes, and realize that I'm worth making changes. It's very easy to kind of get beat down, especially if that's what the system's designed to do. So, yeah, long kind of rant there, but I am currently, we're still, I think, working out exactly what I'm doing, but I'm so excited. And anything, really anything. Also, be fair, I didn't say putting the tree up was wrong. I just said it's wild. Yes, no, you are correct. It is. We do put it up early. We pretty much take down Halloween. My cousin literally counts days between Christmases, so hell yeah, that's wild. So I don't do that. Like, again, it's just more of a, and I think a big chunk of why we were like, oh man, it's time to put the Christmas stuff up, is it snowed. Once it snows, it's pretty much just like, yep, I think she might have the tree up the day after Halloween. That's pretty much like, we were close. Like, we were close. Also, I don't know if I think I've said that, so the 12-foot tall skeleton that is outside our house, we have a Santa hat for it. So we haven't put the Santa hat on. We're not announcing to the rest of the world that we're Crimbim season. But if you come in the house, you're like, holy shit, it's Christmas. Mostly thinking about the travel. Personally, I threw Christmases +1 for my wife, Sam. Yeah, I think we are doing Spooky Christmas. I also don't get snow. And that's what Kelly said. Kelly was just like, Possum, you don't get snow. You don't understand. It's just like living where we live. It's pretty much just like playing Russian roulette with the weather every damn day. That's sad, Possum. I'll send you some in the mail. Just a real soggy envelope. What the fuck is this, Mowgli? Facts. Yeah, it really does change. Like, wait, I'll give you a white Christmas. This, I want to ask you to elaborate on that, Mowgli, but also I'm afraid. So what happened? Well, we thought it was anthrax. It was not. So that's a positive. Just an envelope filled with white powder. That's the first thing that came to my mind when you said that. I think you know. I could have swore I saw snow 2 seconds ago in the Walmart parking lot. Oh shit, don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, I don't know. Once it snows, it's just like, oh yeah, white sauce. Oh god. Okay, well I think now we're talking about a couple different things, and now I really don't know. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Boo-doo-doo. Making some little kitty hooves. Some people don't know that kitties got hooves. Well, these do. A kitty beast man. Let us in your town. City of the Damned. That's more time for you, baby. Sometimes you just gotta get your whole little crew of cat boys out of your little den or hovel or whatever they live in, and then make a beeline towards the city. Don't waste good Alfredo like that. Any possible bishop? Just opened a jar of Alfredo sauce, poured it into a paper envelope, sealed that baby with a kiss, and put it in the mail. Just makes me think of Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, the episode where Captain Knuckles washes his clothes and he just pretty much takes his bag of clothes and throws it off the pier and into the ocean, and a bunch of dolphins start wearing it. And Flapjack's just like, how long does this normally take? And he's like, I don't know. I've never washed my clothes. Makes me think about that. I don't know. I've never washed my clothes. Big fan of Flapjack. We've talked about this. I'm a big fan of Flapjack. I don't know if I've ever intentionally, like, not intentionally. Well, I mean intentionally. Deliberately. Knowingly. That's the word I wanted. I don't know if I've knowingly ever eaten flapjacks. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy is my all-time favorite. I do enjoy Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy a lot. I think honestly my all-time favorite, I think we talked about this, animated. Like, I don't include anime in there with animated shows just for the sake of like, oh, hey, those are two kind of different vibes. But as far as an animated show, I think Adventure Time. I think Adventure Time really is my favorite. It definitely has had the biggest impact on me, I think. I definitely have enjoyed so much of that. It's just there's just a lot to it. That's gonna be good. Just gotta get a little hoof. A cloven hoof. Before the kitty boy. Yeah. Aren't they just pancakes? Wait, Invader Zim is also great. Have you no brain worms? My eyes. Yeah, there's so many good lines from Invader Zim. Wait a minute. I'm blind. I'll just wait until the skin grows back on my eyeballs. Bam, baby. Get that little cloven hoof. Little kitty hoof. Sometimes your kitty beastmen need little hooves. So everyone knows what's up. And this one's, yeah, that looks good. We're gonna probably need to touch it up, but hey, you know, for just dialing it in initially, I'm pretty happy with that. Hey, oof, squiggly spooch. Oh, my squiggly spooch, my squeezing arm. Why, God? Why did they take my squeezing arm? Oh yeah, my dad, he lost his arm in the war. We need to watch Invader Zim again. Shit, that show's so good. Adventure Time and Gumball I never really watched. Oh, Mowgli. Oh, Mowgli. You need to watch Adventure Time, and then you need to watch Fiona and Cake. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Adventure Time is so good because it's like I would say it's absolutely like just spot on a coming of age story, because you watch Finn grow up, and the whole pitch, like the tone of the show changes drastically. And it gets really fucking heavy. Was a gender bent guest episode now turned sequel series. Yeah. Fiona and Cake's great. And I like also that it ties in. Like, it started out, yeah, it was just a female version of Finn and Jake with Fiona and Cake. Also, I love Jake. I like Cake a little more. That's not true. I love that she's a cat. I wish Jake was a cat. I just like cats better, man. But Cake's great. I also think that she's the same person who does the voice of Cake does the voice of Bubby from Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. Oh, look at that silly whale looking at all them peepholes. She's got no friends. Oh, it's me. Yeah, no, I love Flapjack and Adventure Time. They're both so great. But Adventure Time is probably my favorite. I very much love Marceline and Peeps. Those are probably... It's hard to say. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite character in that show because I love so fucking many of them. There's so many very good, like, well thought out characters. I don't know. Big fan. I would really recommend it. I watched Come and See. You need to watch all of Adventure Time now. Trust me, it's for your own good. Bee and Puppycat, so good. Lord Monochrome. Yes. Jake's just your bro. Jake really is, but without Jake, there's no Lady Unicorn. That is true. Also true. Infinity Train, good shit. Infinity Train's good. Marcel was hot when I was younger. Yeah, that's also true. I mean, vampires are just hot, dude. My favorite is Over the Golden Wall, though. So, okay, I wasn't counting that because that's a whole. It's a mini series, so I have a hard time. Yeah, Marceline Vampire Queen and Marshall Lee is still hot. Yep. I also love that Marshall Lee is Donald Glover. I love Donald Glover. So, no, there's so many good characters in Adventure Time. It's very, 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 very much worth your time, Mowgli. I want to say the very first episode I saw. I don't know if it's the first episode off the top of my head, but it's the sleepover. But I still, I mean, every time I show Kelly anything with a mausoleum involved, like for Necropolis and for like the Mordheim board, it's just like, oh yeah, I got to show you what I printed today. And it's just like, I'll get out the little piece and be like, okay, here you go. Here's the mausoleum. Now I'll just stand here with my back turned to the mausoleum. Defense is lowered, which is what Starchy says. Starchy, defense is lowered. Back to the mausoleum. Also, we had one of our betas was named Hot Daniel, which was a reference to the truck that the truck that they find and rebuild with Banana Man. BMO names it Hot Daniel. Yeah, it's very good. Oh no, Hot Daniel is dead. We need to name it. Hot Daniel. Hot Daniel's just such a good name for a truck. And a fish. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Ice King always gave me pedo vibes. So, yeah, it explains all that. And also, hot damn. Good morning, Shankly. Hi, friend. I'm not Mr. 28. I am part of the team, but I'm no Mr. But yeah, no, yeah, Ice King, not pedo. He steals princesses. But, and also, yeah, the age is just wild. You joke, but that's how my friends are with games. You want to play skirmish game with 5 models? Well, then you have to play insert game that requires 29 billion models. Yeah, like, yes, definitely Predator vibes out of the gate, but he softens and gets a backstory. That's, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Elmo GIF, Steve. Good morning, 26. Did I say 26? 28? Mr. 27. XD. Oh man, my brain's broken right now, too. The numbers now, I don't understand. I did it. I like that slowly over time, a segment of the stream has just been me torturing myself by drinking slowly growing colder coffee. And I think that's a sign of a good, Eli is more like Mr. 32. I am kind of like Mr. 32. I do mainly, yeah, I don't really make anything 28. Everything I make is typically 32 millimeter. Mr. Pink. I love Mr. Pink. I feel great today. I want to quit my job and go hiking. Fuck yeah, Steve. Fuck yeah, Shankly. I'm not Mr. 28. 26? Mr. 27? 2? I'm Mr. White. Modern Synthesist. My wonderful friend Nick, that wily Canadian, is the Mr. Pink that I know. When I think of Mr. Pink, I think of Nick, because that is his handle for many, many, many years. But he is the one that inspired me to start sculpting many moons ago. Many moons ago. He sent me some stickers recently, which I can show here in a second if you guys would like to see them. One of them is this fucking dope-ass lictor that he did. Someone drew a model that he made. Let me grab it. You'll want to see that. Mr. Paisley. Was that Steve Buscemi? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Pink was Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi also, fun fact, was Rockhound in... Steve Buscemi is Starscream? I was about to say that, you know, in the movie Armageddon, Steve Buscemi's character's name is Rockhound, which is one of the fucking wildest names. He's one of the wildest characters. He's my favorite part of that entire movie. I don't like the movie, but I often think about, man, what would Rockhound do? It's kind of like that time I was at my friendly local gaming store, and I was looking at materials with my buddy Matt, and I was like, what the fuck is even snake chain? And then I was like, man, Matt, call me Snake Chain from now on. He was like, all right, Snake Chain. And then I didn't see him for months. And the next time I saw him, he was like, hey, yo, Snake Chain. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot all about being Snake Chain. I don't know what I would use Snake Chain for, but it's kind of like a chain that has like the metal. The links are crazy. I don't understand how they work. Y'all, I'm so excited to show you the little studio. I got all the pictures hung up. It looks so good. There's also a sword on the wall. There's a sword on the wall now, guys. There's a picture of me right next to where Margot sits. So, like, she'll be able to be like, that's my dad. Oh, yeah. But yeah, here's one of the stickers that my buddy Nick sent. It's real rad. So that is a lictor. Tyranid lictors have always been my favorite, like Tyranid. Just big, nightmarish chameleons, pretty much. But this is based on a conversion that Nick did, and someone drew it, and it's fucking rad as hell. I want to be Stank Chain. Call me Stank Chain. Huh. Starscream the one that gets pregnant. Whoa, what? I think you found the wrong movie. Which Transformer is the pregnant one? Do you want my deer sword? I don't want to take your deer sword, but I do love your deer sword. For those of you who do not know, Shankly has a sword that has a deer hoof for a handle. It's so fucking rad. Lictor? I hardly know her. Yeah, they usually like it until you start using the feeder tendrils. She's like, man, that sounds like a good idea, but then the feeder tendrils start really going wild, and it's just like, okay, we've changed our mind. But yeah, deer sword is dope as hell. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What was I doing? Something with cat boys, right? That sounds right. That sounds right. That sounds on brand. Hey, I got an idea. Eli, why don't we zoom in a little bit instead of trying to like sculpt from like across the room? Show people the fun things that you're making. There we go. There's a, I'm so there's a pregnant transformer, also two deer hooves that hold the sword. Yeah, 2 deer hooves. Yeah, there's 2 deer hooves like holding it like this and sits across. It's rad as hell. There will be when I'm done. Yeah, possum, you can't just like drop that on us and then like disappear into the ether. Well, I mean you can, and I do like it, but I need more info. There's a pregnant transform. There's no. Is this? Is that like some fan fiction stuff? Man, shit's wild, dog. Ace is trans in many communities. Continuities. Really? I guess it's weird that yeah, I mean, I guess they do have genders. They're also robots. Greeblin, I'm not saying that robots cannot choose their pronouns at all. I agree that they should be able to do whatever they want. I am confused how pregnancy works. Yeah, they put it in a children's show. How did the Transformer get pregnant? And is it... I have so many questions. Huh. I don't even know where to go from there. My brain's just like, I think you all accidentally hit like the reset button, and now I'm just like, there's a Transformer that's pregnant. It's just like, you mean there's someone like in like the like some Shia LaBeouf climbing in like the cab of like Optimus Prime's truck, and then he transforms and it's like, oh, there's a baby inside of him. But it sounds like you're like, oh no, we mean like it's gonna have another baby Transformer. And I guess I did not know where Transformers came from, so there's just that one statement opened up so much. All I'm seeing are Scorponok in the comics. Do we need to have a talk about cybirds in cyberspace? Cybirds and the Cybees? The Preggers. Auto Preggers are really cool. Scorponok in the comics. Yeah, that's wild. I want to believe that Possum told us that like that's a thing. That's a thing. I want to believe. That's a shirt right there. Just like the Bigfoot or the Nessie shirts. That's just like, I want to believe, but it's just like a fucking like Transformer that's pregnant. Just a giant pregnant robot. I mean, that's cool. I have so many questions now, though. How did it get pregnant? We do need to have a conversation. I think the baby is organic. This just gets crazier. Give me 5 minutes with the Transformer that changed into a... I mean... I just have so many questions. Man. Semi-organic by the looks. Okay. Man. So like when you say semi-organic, the first thing that comes to mind is the fucking xenomorph from Resurrection. Like the baby. That's just what comes to my mind. Oh, son of a bitch. We just flattened that muscle real good. It's okay. We can get it back. There we go. It's like you're missing a whole chunk of your arm and stuff there, so it's kind of difficult to really kind of figure things out here, little cat boy. Sometimes you're just hanging out in Mordheim, and then a bunch of cat boys come on. They come around. And they raid and pillage. Catboy it up. I might have made too much green stuff. I can drop it in chat. I'm imagining pregnant Optimus Prime smoking a cig and looking worn out. For some reason I see fuzzy slippers, a robe, and towel wrapped around their head. Oh no. It's eagle time. Isn't there an eagle transformer? I did finish the coffee. I did. I don't think that there's an eagle transformer. There's probably one in like Beast Wars, like something kind of like that. What about the dinosaurs transformer? So yeah, I mean, I always loved dinosaurs. So I like one of the oldest toys that I have is I'm pretty sure it's Optimus Prime, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex Optimus Prime. That's one of the things that just often ends up in a box. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. The amount of toys that I'm like, man, I sure would like to do something weird with that. That like my mom's just like, oh no, I'm not giving that to you. You're gonna cut that up. And I'm just like, yeah, I know, but it's my toy. That's a statement fully to explain that. My mom still has a lot of my stuff at her house, like in storage. That's why I'm not allowed to have the Godzilla back. You like sure it wasn't Grimlock? The Dinobots are legit. Let me take a pic. Let me take a peek. Okay, hold on. To revitalize the dying Decepticon movement, he planned to mass produce these biological creatures by reproducing sexually. Possum, that's one of the wildest things I've ever read. Dinobots are legit as hell. Okay. Let me see, who's Grimlock? Transformer. Okay, well. It might be. Yep. That's it. That is Grimlock. Age of the Primes, Leader Class, G2 Universe Grimlock. Okay. Nope, you are correct. I don't know what the... Actually, yep, there it is. That's the one I've got. The proportions look a little different. Oh, hey, looks like there was a couple different versions. Yeah, I had the very blue one. That head is somewhere around here. The rest of it, who knows? Also check the Discord. We got Prego Transformer pics. Jesus Christ. Oh, jeezy crazy. We love him for his miracles, don't we? All right. Maeve, welcome. Good to have you. Transformers got lame when they started bringing up Romeo and Juliet laws in the movie for no reason at all. That's very strange. Also, USA Libertarian. Hi, friends. How did the Transformers get pregnant? So yeah, that's yeah. Oh God. Maybe Starscream. There's a whole lot of things to take away there. But yeah, I'll look at those pics in the Discord. That was weird. That's only in the Bay flicks. Yeah, man. I have so many questions. I was 5 minutes behind, caught up now. We don't talk about the Bay flicks. I like the big one that they have to kill with a railgun, but I don't really like anything else other than big robots about those movies. I was like, oh fuck yeah, big robots. Oh no, had a blowout. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. Boo dee doo doo dee doo 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 doo.
she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just fur and teeth and blood and bitter angry bones.
And we're back. I was 5 minutes behind. Caught up now. We don't talk about the Bayflix. I was also thought, yeah, these future robots which is made by Toyota. They probably would. They're just like, what? It was made by these little ants. If ever asked, my favorite movie will always be Transformers '86. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Always The Thing. John Carpenter's. I can't stress enough. one of my favorite experiences of having someone tell me what they think about my favorite film when they don't understand that it's my favorite film was my former mentor talking about how much they loved The Thing, and they were talking about The Thing from Outer Space, which is the original film, which I do not like even remotely. But then he was just like, yeah, you know, and then John Carpenter made that one, blah, blah, blah. And that's when, like, my other coworker was like, oh, no, that's the one that he's talking about. That's his favorite. And he was like, that's your favorite movie? And I was like, yep. Yes, it is. Hey, let's get this guy over here in space where we can see. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, beep, beep. Ta-da. We're going to need... Oh, hey. I need to put gloves on. Okay, cool, cool. Yep, going through a lot of gloves, but I'm trying to be a good example and not touch stuff that some people could be allergic to. Yeah, blow them up like a balloon. How the fuck do you rate The Thing from Outer Space over Carpenter's? I don't know. If you don't like body horror and you like old bad movies, I guess. That's all I got. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just upsetting. It's just upsetting. And then I put this glove on. Little ASMR for you. Those of you just joining us, welcome. This is actually an ASMR channel in disguise. I don't know how to do it, but I'm working on it. That's too big of a muscle. There we go. Big, strong, beefy cat boys. Okay. Yeah, and then we're going to go back after these dry and kind of clean them up. Probably do a little bit of sanding, a little bit of shaping. That needs to be filled. So we'll go ahead and do that while we're here. Wham, get in there. Give me that Margot hair. This one too, and that one. It's not Margot hair time yet, you crazies. That comes later. You know they're getting some kitty hair on them. Can't make kitty boys without kitty hair. And I got a lot of it. Been saving it for months. And whiskers. I don't know if we're going to put any whiskers on these boys. As far as like real whiskers. Those are kind of more of a big model kind of thing, just for scale. Get out of here. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Doing some knees. Making the knees. And then we're gonna put some pants on them. Some of these cowboys wear pants. But bam, bam, bam. Like, I'm certain it's like comparing Rod Serling's Twilight Zone to Black Mirror. But for fuck's sake, the effects work a lot. Yeah. I mean, it literally... it's Rob Bottin, right? I always want to say Rob Bottin, but I feel like that I get the name wrong. But, yeah, the special effects, the practical effects for the thing are just genre-defining. Yeah, great stuff. I could talk about the thing all day long. I have sometimes. I gotta tell you, these cat boys, the warhounds, I'm thinking what all needs to be done to them, because there's a lot of model missing from there. But we'll get it figured out. We'll get it dialed in. Yeah, that would be nuts. That's nuts. It's nuts. I don't know what... He just really didn't like body horror, I guess. But that's like such a key aspect of the story. Yeah, just so good. And then, of course, you know, Robert W. Chambers, who goes there, which is the novella that it is based off of. On a really rad fucking note, for those of you who really like the thing, if you have not already read Frozen Hell, which is the original novella before it was trimmed down by editors and whatnot, is available to read now. Greg was kind enough to send me a copy that he got through a Kickstarter when they first found them, I guess. Someone, while going through Robert W. Chambers' like estate or his like files and whatnot, found the original writing like in the basement in a box. So they pretty much were just like, hey, I know what we can do with that. And I'm glad they did, because anytime you're like, hey, this is the full story with everything, you know, before it got trimmed down by editors, I'm always interested. Editors always coming in and telling you, you're too wordy, you run on too long, it's too spoopy, you're upsetting people. And I'm just like, let me read it. And that's an elbow. Now he's got an elbow there. Boop. Yeah. They're a little misshapen. We'll get all that dialed in. Don't you worry your head, pretty sweets. Don't you worry your pretty head, little sweets. That's what the statement was supposed to be. Alrighty. Now it's time for what I've been trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. The actual kitties. Okay, heroes. Gores. How are we even gonna? Probably just like that, right? Yeah. We can go lower. That way we have the lower center of gravity. Nope, we can't because we're going to need that back. What did I miss from the Dino Transformer? Well, I saw some pictures of the pregnant Transformer. That upset me. But not as much as you would think, or maybe less than you would think. Or yeah, no, more than you would think, less than you would think. I just have so many questions still. So many. And I don't think that anyone can answer them for me. And they're all kind of upsetting. And on that note, it's time to, I guess, start working on these absolute feral cat boys. I'm thinking that we're going to need to do something with these little piggies that they got. Because those are like bird legs. So I'm thinking that I'm probably going to get the body dialed in as far as like filling in certain spots, like that crouch. It's got some real thigh gap action going on there. We need to fix that. You know, these cat boys is thick. With 2 C's, maybe even more. Like six C's. Where did that little jumbo go? I don't know. She will make her presence known soon, I'm sure. When I went to go pee, they were all upstairs around the tree. They have gathered around the Crimbus tree in preparations for the celebrations. Especially since I don't think they're continuing that version of the comics. And the last they talk about the baby is just still out there somewhere doing baby stuff. Man, that's wild. Why? What an interesting thing to add and then be like, oh, by the way, fuck it. Alrighty. Time to make this cat boy thick. And first, we gotta put in some green for the thigh gap. That's too much of one. That was actually a lot more green stuff went inside there than I expected. Okay. So how about this? Oh, are you hollow? Is that what's happening? Maybe. I feel like this thing's just eating green stuff. There we go. As far as details, we might add those later. I'm not going to start by adding all of the anatomical details that you all requested. Those will come later when I'm more mentally prepared for that. I just found out about a pregnant transformer. I don't think I can sculpt little genitalia currently, or any other anatomical parts in that area. I'm dealing with stuff. You're welcome. Grimlock takes it and drops it off at Transformer Daycare, and that's it. Story over. You're welcome. Teehee. Yeah, I mean, obviously I've got to sculpt some stuff down here. So it's gonna look good, but we got to work our way up to that. We got to figure out also exactly how much of that's going to be visible before I spend time sculpting a lot of small details. Very specific details. No! That's heavy. I forgot. Yeah, we do not want to get super glue on our color shaper because hot damn, that's annoying. And then it's pretty much on there until we cut it off, which sucks. Okay. So right in there, we need a little bit more. Yeah. I'm gonna need to, what time is it? 9:22. I'm gonna need to go ahead and put this in the freezer. I'll be right back. I'm gonna say this is not gonna, we're not gonna get all that green stuff used. I made a little bit more green stuff than intended. I mean, the little feral cat boys definitely take a lot more green work than the rest, but I got 30 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use all of this, and sitting out for another 30 is definitely going to increase the likelihood that it cures before I get to use it. So let's go ahead and just fix that a little bit here. Tee hee hee hee. Grebo, how you doing? 23 minutes left. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I've pretty much got to make this little castle layout for tonight. Other than that, everything's done for it. And I did want to make some cards, so I'll probably be working on that today, and that should help overall with making the game flow easier. Boop. Back to my hunch. Some little kitty ribs. Some nice little hooks. I didn't even have to add those O-rings in the body. They were already there. We're going to add more though. Don't you worry. Sometimes you just need a place to put a leash on a kitty boy. And a flesh hook kind of makes sense if you're crazy beast man. Nope. Okay, come on. Actually, hey, I got an idea. Can we do it like that? I think we can. Yep. There we go. That's so much easier. Yeah, it not being pinned up at the top, so it's just like kind of wiggly. It's definitely a little more difficult than I had hoped as far as sculpting on it. So we'll keep that in mind on the next batch that we make. Because we gotta have more little feral cowboys. So you know we're gonna have more than just two. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with how quickly this is still going. Even getting just a little bit of filling in would have been good, but we're already doing some detail work. Gotta get those thigh creases if you want it to be a thick little kitty boy. Da-da-dum-dum. And we gotta connect that. And I lost my green stuff. I don't know why I thought that would work. I'm afraid that went down inside of my vise, so I am gonna look for that. It's not just me being like, oh hey, I lost my green stuff. It's not that. I don't want it to be down there in the gears and then harden. I don't see it, so it looks like it might have just fallen into the abyss, which is fine. That happens sometimes. Yep, I don't know. All right. I need a little bit more Nevea on here because this tool is getting real sticky. Come on. Do the thing. There we go. It went inside the vise. It did. I'll rewind and let you know. Yeah, it went in there. Like it just disappeared, and unless when I picked it up and I shook it upside down. Oh, hey, it did. It came out. It came out when I picked it up and shook it, and it landed back over there. So there it is. Shit, that is it, right? That's not. Come on, Eli, do the things. These little gloves, man, I tell you what. Yeah, okay, that's it. All right, cool, cool. So let's go ahead and put that back over here just so we can keep track of it. Thank you, Mowgli. Yeah, I really did not want that to go in there because if it goes in there, gets stuck in the gears, I tighten it, and then it hardens, then we're going to have a problem. And that problem is going to be that our vise is now no longer as smooth as possible. It's going to be real sticky, and I don't want that. Yeah, okay. we're definitely, I might have even waited too long to put that up. The extra, because we are really starting to see it's already curing. Which might be why I also like to use more firm tools as well, because when it starts to cure, a softer shaper really is going to be harder to kind of sculpt with. So needing to be able to press pretty firmly requires the tool to be pretty firm. Okay. Yeah, I think honestly, hi possum. Honestly, what we're probably needing to do is probably cut that foot off, because we are going to want to switch these feet out, or at least do something to them so they don't look like bird feet. And then I would just kind of hold it in here in the vise whenever I'm sculpting on it, and that should give it a little bit more stability. That's probably what I'll do moving forward. But since we're already here and we kind of are fighting time to get this filled in, let's go ahead and load that bad boy up. And again, one of the great things about epoxy green is by combining Kneadatite and epoxy sculpt, we get the best of both worlds, so it handles having texture added into it like Kneadatite does, but it also enables us to sand it and clean things up better by adding the properties of epoxy sculpt. Which is absolutely why I use both. Not just because my friend Nick says it's a good idea. It's because he's right. It's a great idea. Did you enjoy Eagle Time, Possum? Yes. Did you have a good Eagle Time, Possum? How are the clouds? How are things? How are the clowns? Did you see any clowns? There's too many of them. Too many clowns. All right. Okay. Yeah. So we're getting the overall shape there. We're getting these arms kind of welded together, filling the gaps, getting the seams out, making it look all like it's one piece. So that's often why I go a little bit over where I'm trying to mix. I'm not trying to get it flush, I'm trying to get it to look very seamless. Because if we often go right to where we're just trying to, and we don't push further with it, it will still leave a line. We want that line to at least be where we can manipulate it better. And often where two parts meet is going to be difficult to do that. And that is not just in sculpting this scale, but like with terrain and stuff like that too. That is a sharp knife, my sweets. Now that is better. And now we need just a little bit more in that little crap. Progress. Yeah, good little chest cavity now. Good little chest cavity for this kitty boy. Shoulder. Okay. No, that looks good. That's good as far as a basic, getting the shapes defined. And then from here, we're just going to go ahead and start detailing everything, getting it really kind of fleshed out. But, last one. Did you enjoy Eagle Time Possum? I realized that. I didn't realize that it was, that's Possum. Possum went for Eagle Time. Not Mowgli. Oh my goodness, I just got hit with a wave of sleepy. Oh no, Greeblin's only got 9 minutes. Hot dog. Printing out a paint rack and it's pink. Gonna put some Turbo Dork in it. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Margot's got a little coffin bed. Bring a tower down here and none of my kids come to hang out with me on the stream. What the heck? I blame the Crimbus tree. So we got Crimbus down here, 2 kids. Huzzah. Man, okay, let's fill it in. Fill in the blanks. Yeah, this is getting cured. Okay. What the? Is that? That's just some epoxy sculpt out there. Some gray. It's not. I don't know. I guess I need to put it back in the thing, but I don't know where the hell that came from. I've never seen anything like that. Where the hell did that come from? Okay. Now we're just gonna smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Just trying to fill that cap. Need to schedule a sleepover with Shankly. That's a thing. Oh, yeah, that looked kind of funny for a second. Let's go ahead and flip this bad boy around. Ooh, you a bad boy. 9:41. All right. Okay. So that little tummy needs to be filled in. Get that little tummy filled in. So excited to show you guys all the little stuff that I've done over in the studio tonight. I'm also excited to play 1490 Doom. We haven't done any proper 1490 Doom yet. It's just been the campaign. Star! I'm on the Devil Lettuce right now. Hell yeah, Star, welcome! Sounds like you're just in time for some cat boys. Devil's Lettuce? How about some cat boys? Star is in the stars. Spaceman. Sometimes you just need to be a spaceman. I get it. Sometimes I go to space. Devil's lettuce. What kind of sandwich does the devil make with his lettuce? Or is it more of like a salad? Is the devil more of a salad kind of situation? I'm so hungry for no reason. I'm grinding wedding pie. Chill, mixed with Audrey. The only time I was high was when I had a panic attack at the dentist. And then I thought I was going to be locked in a mind prison for eternity. That tracks. That tracks. I'm sorry to hear that, Possum. I do get that vibe though. Sometimes it do feel like it be like that. Talking about being in a mind prison. That's like when I got my vasectomy and I jumped up from my little chair too quickly and accidentally tapped myself and then made it halfway through the backyard before it really sank in, and then time dilation kicked in at the same time, and I've never been more sure that I died and was in hell. My entire brain was just like, I don't understand any of this. I didn't do shit. Me? I didn't do shit. It is a little bit of a weird looking cat. He's going to be kind of leaping forward. Kind of like this one. They're going to look more cat boy like. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, they're all kind of weird looking cats. Posted a pic of me in my respirator at Discord. Well, I got to take a peep. Yay, Mowgli. Hey, Greeblin just finished. I love that. Keep up the good work, Mowgli. What the... Okay. Phone. This is why I don't like my phone. go to do something on it, and it's always just like, hey, Eli, I got an idea. Let's do something else. And I'm like, no, I want to do this. And it's just like, but what about distractions? And then it just unfolds all the distractions in the world, and I'm just like, ah! And I just turn into that cat from, shit. Interstellar. The cat's not in it, but you all know what I'm talking about. Pretty much is by this point, right? Feeling pretty good. We've got almost all of the holes filled, so we can really start dialing things in now. This is just the last kitty boy. Hey, kitty boy. Fuck. Damn it. Mama Roo, you okay. You fucked me. Well, now that I've got fucking kitty girl stuck in my head. That's not really that bad of a problem to have. It's catchy. I don't know what everyone's so okay. Every time I get high, I feel like I'm behind the bookshelves. Finish the 5555 story of the secret star system. Man, I like all of that. I don't know what everyone's talking about. So Interstellar, smoking weed star. Star, have you ever seen the movie Interstellar? If not, you should, solely so you can just experience, or even, I mean, really just need to see the gif of the cat that's like, that is pretty much overlaid over top of a scene from Interstellar, where it has to do with, I'm not going to spoil the movie. If you've not seen it, I don't want to spoil Interstellar for anyone. Pretty much, I don't like to really kind of throw out spoilers for movies unless they're like 2+ decades old, because a lot of people, myself included, formerly do not watch many films, so I don't want to ruin anything for them. Now, Star Wars, if you don't know, the Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's dad. I don't know how you made it this far without learning that, but I know that there are people out there like that, because my buddy's mom is one of them. And I cannot stress, like, getting to meet somebody that, one, is older than me, but two, is just like, their mind is fucking blown. There was a screening back in July. The movie was great. Oh, hell yeah. Spoilers. Mowgli, if you haven't seen Star Wars, also, even if you haven't seen Star Wars, I think most people know that Darth Vader is Luke's dad. Like, it's just pop culture at this point. Like, somehow she had just turned off that entire, like, she didn't retain any of it. So when she finally went to go watch Star Wars for the first time, like, 50 years after it came out, that's nuts. No way. When did Star Wars come out? We got to hold on. When did Empire come out? I should know that. 80. Yeah, it's been 25 years. Or no, fuck, not 25. 45? 45 years. Yeah, if in 45 years you don't know that, that's nuts. That's just crazy. It's preposterous. That's preposterous. That's a possum. That's a possumus. I was trying to workshop that word. We'll get it figured out. God damn, that's gonna be stuck in my head all day long. I guess the only thing I could do to fix that would be to watch some Drag Race. But I got shit to do today. I have a funny story I don't think is suitable for YouTube. Say it anyway. I can't stress enough. If that doesn't sum up the little community that I've wanted to foster, I don't think it's appropriate for YouTube. Say it anyway. We all want to hear it. Tell us your crazy story. You don't have to, but you could always pop in the Discord and tell it there. But I'm here for whatever. It's pretty wild the things YouTube will and won't let you say. There does not seem to be as much correlation as I had imagined there was. It seems also kind of like open for interpretation. Just like, that's not inappropriate. And it's just like, man, YouTube, what the were you thinking, dog? But then also a lot of things that are just like, why did I get censored? Hey, exactly, there you go. Recently started to work at a sexy store as a cashier. Fun. Our friend used to do that. And then I made the comment. They said, oh yeah, I used to work at blank, blank, blank. And I was like, oh, so a quality leather cat mask when you see one. And she was just like, yeah. Because we had just given them a tour of our house. And I think, as most of you all know, for the longest time, that's what the skeleton was wearing, was the cat mask. But I've since replaced that with Vemit's Hemmet, because we're going to start using that damn green screen behind me. So it needs to not have a Vemit Hemmet on it all the time. As someone came in with a locked problem. That happens. Why did they come to you? I'm sorry. Did you charge? Is there a charge for that? Like, do you all have both? I have so many questions, Star. That's a very real problem, but why would they come to you? Like, if anything, I would think they would go buy bolt cutters. Unless, like, that's a free service you all offered? Is that a free service you offered? No way. That's crazy. Also, Bush did. Bush, as in the beer company. I have so many questions, Star. Good morning, Tim. Welcome. We're having a fun conversation. Star had to cut somebody out of a cage, and that's fun. Not just a locked problem. That locked problem. Oh, when you said a locked problem, I know what you're talking about, Star. I have no words. Why did they come to you? Like, did they buy it from, like, where you work? That's just wild. I'm trying to think of, like, an equivalent of what that would be. I don't even know. I don't think there is an equivalent. I don't think there's an equivalent for that kind of a situation. But no, wonderful, Tim. Wonderful to have you here. I'm working on Cat Boys, which is ironically not how we got on the subject that we're on. That just kind of popped up. Someone messed up the lock-out, tag-out system. While I just got pulled back into corpo world there with that. Man, fuck lockout, tagout. It's very necessary, but it's only necessary because people don't pay attention to what they're doing. And I say that as someone that's constantly stabbing himself in the hands. So, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not dunking on lockout, tagout. I think it's a good key part of safety. Sometimes emphasis is placed on it that's a little bit too much, depending on the situation. This situation, I don't think that's a really funny joke, but it's very good. That's very good. This situation's a little different than a typical lockout tagout system. I assumed there was no tag made, but there could be a tag. Yeah, bolt cutters. Did you all just have bolt cutters? At least I got a tip. So, oh, you. Atri. Hi, Atri. Yeah, I think they didn't feel like going to the ER. Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, Star, did you all have bolt cutters? Did you all just have bolt cutters in the store? Has that ever happened before? So they're like, we gotta have bolt cutters. They also got an Internet Explorer tattoo on his stomach. Star, this is fucking wild. This is a wild story. So, like, the Internet Explorer logo, like, where on the stomach? Like, and how big? Like, we're like at the end, babies, but like yeah, that's 100%. This was, they did not lose the key. They, it sounds like they wanted to show you the really cool Internet Explorer tattoo. Wait, not a bolt cutter, just like 8 inches cutter. Okay, now I'm confused. What the hell's an 8 inches cutter? Eight-inch cutter. Oh, yeah, okay. I would call that bolt cutters. Okay. Why'd they come to you? I think I'm glad I don't understand any of this. Someone got trapped in Frustration's head cage. I really need to get pictures of Frustration soon. Speaking of, that is going to be one of the first things I try to write an article about. Why I'm no longer welcome at Golden Demon. No, that's not it. That is a byproduct, though. Tee. I'm fine. Star, that's a wild story. I'm going to be thinking about that all day. How big was the Internet Explorer tattoo? I need to know that. Those are details. I have no clue, man. Was it like yay big? Sorry, you can't see. Like, these are inch squares. Was it like a 4 square Internet Explorer or like a 6 square? That's 9. I understand how the clerk feels dealing with Karen. This is wild. This is one of the wildest. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It was like, I cannot wait to tell Kelly about this. Holy shit. This is crazy. Why did they get an Internet Explorer tattoo on half of their tummy? That's wild. This is wild. People be wilding out there, y'all. Choices. I don't know, man. That's a lot. Lifetime Internet Explorer access. Don't we already have that? Like that? Is there another meaning that I'm like not getting that you would get an Internet Explorer tattoo for? That could be a thing. Maybe I'm just not occult enough to know. I think we're done. I think we got all the things filled. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to get done. It's already 10 o'clock and my mind's just been blown wide open. Yeah, I cannot stress enough. If you had on your bingo card, also the size of the stuff in the store surprised me. Oh, well, yeah. I hope that's the most upsetting thing that you have to deal with while there, but I assure you, Star, it will not be. And I would like to hear all of them. So, yeah, keep those stories coming. And also, that's I love it. Pregnant Transformer. Yeah, I did not have on my bingo card that pregnant Transformers were going to not be the wildest thing that I heard about today. I'm still reeling from that one. And then Star comes in and is like, hey, you see the fence back there? Bah! It's a home run. It's just like, what the fuck? Well, congrats on the new job. Also, congrats on, helping somebody out of a cage. That's like hero work, kind of. You were someone's hero that day. And I appreciate it, Star. On a serious note, that's... I don't think I'm really the place to kind of spread that information, but yeah. If you're gonna lock something, make sure you know where the key is. Thank God I don't have to clean the DVD room. There's a DVD. Oh, okay. I guess just where they store the DVDs. Are we sure it was Explorer, not Edge? It would be. My brain is just jelly. You all have turned my brain into mush. I have mush brain now. So I'm just gonna put this in there. Not because I have mush brain. No, I'm not. It's still good. It's getting cured. So I need to put that in the little thing. I'm gonna go put this in the bag. That way I don't forget. The ads said it was a sexy clothes store. Like verbatim, like it's just like sexy clothes store, hiring. Well, it's a sex shop, right? Like it's... Do you know that that's like when you walk towards the building and you're like, oh, hey, it's time to go to work. Are there like figures in the windows, like mannequins? And do you kind of get the idea that you might see some Bebos or anything else? Choose your own adventure with terminology there. I'm just, man, that's a lot. That's a lot. Good story. That was a great story. Thank you, Star. Thank you so much. I'm gonna just try to get through the rest of signing off here. So I'm gonna do. I can't even go back. We've got too much of a chat. There's too many people. I can't scroll all the way to the top. So I'm gonna do my best here. Roz, Mowgli, Possum. Let's see who else we got in here. I know we had a couple of different new names that I haven't seen, or that I don't remember off the top of my head. Shankly, of course. That's my boyfriend. Maeve, USA Libertarian. Thank you guys so much for getting on here, hanging out, keeping me company. And Star, of course. Yeah, so that's... And Atri. Can't forget Atri. No, JJ. JJ has not been in here in a while. You can't really display that here on the public. I just thought it was a clothing store. Huh. I like that you were like, I went to go get a job at this sexy clothing store, and then you walked in and you're like, this is a different kind of store. But you were still like, all right, I fuck with that. Good on you, Star. Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for keeping me company while I work on these cat boys. I'm really excited. We got a whole lot done. Also, I was excited to share, my news about the 28 team stuff. That's very fun too. And again, thank you guys so much for keeping me going over the past couple months while I've been trying to get everything together. We are really at the point where I'm going to be able to start showing you guys all the crazy little things that I have in mind. Starting with tonight, we've got, it's not going to be too crazy, but Kelly is going to join us. So at 7 Eastern, we will be playing some 1490 Doom on the upscaled 1490 Doom castle that I made, and with mine and Kelly's Doom companies. So we'll definitely have fun. It'll be good. So 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, as always, I say it every time, and I'll say it again. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. It is the single most important resource, asset, commodity. It's the most important thing that you have. You only have so much, and the fact that you like to spend any of it at all with me truly means the world to me. So Until later, either if you join us tonight or if you see us tomorrow, take care of yourselves and each other, and always sit pretty. And I will see you guys later. Thank you again so much, and thank you for the wonderful stories today. I have a lot to think about now. I have to behave by then. Can't wait to see them painted. I have to behave by then. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. Thank you for the stream. Remember, don't piss off your dog. Yeah, no, they might throw your key away, and then you got to go talk to Star, especially when you're locked up. Ooh. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave that there. I don't need to add any more comments. I love you guys. Thank you all so much. Oh, and Tim, yeah, hey, Tim. I forgot to add him on there. There was just one little snuck in there. Tim howling mad Lupin. All right, bye guys. Love you all. See you all later. Have a good day. Bye, friends.